YouTube, this video, I'm about to make a lot of you very jealous, and I'm sorry, but not really. I'm not really sorry. A few weeks ago, Nintendo actually gave me a copy of Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U to play and try out and have fun with, and I haven't been able to talk about it until today. And today my vow of silence breaks and I tell the world how wonderful it is. But really, I know that a lot of people who watch my channel have been extremely excited for Hyrule Warriors. I, for one, have been ecstatic about it since it was announced however long ago and hyped up to the max. And so being offered the game to play early was like, ah, ah, ah. So here's my preview of the game to make sure that all of your hype levels are pushed up to the max level as well. So because Hyrule Warriors is already out in Japan, I know that there are a lot of people who have already done more than their fair share of research and already know everything that this game is really about. I don't really have anything new for you people, I'm sorry. But for everyone else who hasn't heard everything there is to know about this game yet, I want to preach this game to the world because I'm in love with it. So Hyrule Warriors is basically Dynasty Warriors, but set in Hyrule with all Zelda characters, Link, Zelda, and the whole bunch of them. There are a number of different modes, including challenge mode, free mode, adventure mode, but mainly gonna focus today on the story mode because that's what is the most in-depth, I would say. And don't worry, no spoilers today, I promise. So basically in Hyrule Warriors you play as a plethora of Zelda characters. You're not just Link, you're not just Zelda, you play as a whole bunch of them, depending on what level you are on and who you choose to play with. The story is all about how Link is actually a member of the Hyrule Guard, and he's kind of like scouted out by Zelda and found to be the one true hero. Who would have known? Oh my goodness. There's this awful sorceress or witch named Sia, and she's doing all sorts of mean things like stealing Triforce pieces and setting moblins and bad guys all over the world of Hyrule, and even across dimensions. Also a new character, which most of you already know about, is Lana, who is the other witch, the other sorceress. She came from the same clan as Sia, but she's a good guy, not the bad guy. Sia bad guy, Lana good guy. Each of the kind of levels or scenes that you fight in are a bit disjointed. You go from one to the other without traveling from one to the other per se, but they all get connected together through the story, which is a lot of text over pictures and also cutscenes. So the story is a little involved. It's all new for a Zelda story. You're not replaying any other story, but at the same time you're kind of intercepting different stories from different Zelda games, including Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, and Ocarina of Time. The story isn't something that you need to have played any other Zelda game or of course any other Dynasty Warriors game to understand, but if you have a knowledge of Zelda games, it does come in handy, I guess. I personally was extremely impressed with how true to the Zelda timeline it kind of stayed. There's nothing that happens in the game that really messes with anything that Nintendo's done with Zelda, and at the same time it somehow visits all of these Zelda universes without screwing anything up. Gameplay itself is really in-depth. There's no way for me to possibly show you 100% of what happens in the gameplay here because there's so many characters, so many different weapons that do different things, but just to give you a general idea, it's a basic hack and slash kind of game where you're just running through and taking down as many of the thousands and thousands of enemies as you possibly can. Different levels have different characters available to you that you can play with depending on what's happening in the story, of course, and those characters also have different weapons to choose from, so based on the weapon you have and which character you've chosen, there are tons of different attacks you can do. Tons, I mean tons. I'm just showing you like a handful of them here, but there are more than I can even count. That's probably not true. I could probably count as high as there are weapons, but you know what I mean. Koei Tecmo, which I'm probably saying wrong, but the studio that always makes Dynasty Warriors and made Hyrule Warriors, did a great service to Zelda fans. There is absolutely nothing in here that disappoints me as a huge Zelda fan. There are literally thousands of videos of this gameplay out already, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but you get the general idea. You're lots of different characters and you fight a bajillion enemies at the same time using tons of different combo attacks, which, by the way, you can also upgrade using badges and using upgradable weapons. Once again, staying true to the Zelda kind of nature, as you progress through the story, you also get different special weapons on top of your main fighting weapon, things like bombs, like arrows, hookshot, and I think you understand where this is going. To get through different parts of the story, you do need certain weapons, so yes, you do go back a lot and you play the different levels a lot. Because on top of having these new weapons to access different areas and stuff like that, there is a gold skulltula in every level, and a heart piece, and a piece of a heart. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming how much stuff there is to get, and the levels themselves are long, usually somewhere between 15 and like 45 minutes, but don't worry too much because you can save in the middle of a level, turn the game off, and then go back to it. I won't gush about how the game looks because you can see it here on camera. It looks even better in person, I would say, on a nice beautiful TV with your beautiful HDMI cable. The worlds are gorgeous. They're huge, they're expansive, and they're so true to the universes that they come from. So for example, the Sealed Grounds is so true to Skyward Sword style of the game, or the Twilight Realm is so true to Twilight Princess's style. And then that paired with the music and the characters from their respective games is it's beautiful. I don't know how else to describe it. Hyrule Warriors is a beautiful, beautiful game. Probably made by beautiful, beautiful people, but to be honest, I don't know what the developers looked like. I'm in love. I love just taking out hundreds of enemies like dead. Oh, by the way, if you buy this game, you should be mentally prepared to take out a couple thousand Gorons or so, because I guess it's okay to slaughter Gorons in this game. If they come after you, it's okay to fight back. The adventure mode in the game, which I'm not going to go in depth about because it's a lot of stuff to talk about, but it's Zelda 1 styled and really cool. You get to unlock new weapons and new stuff by going through these kind of mini levels and trying to get all of the heart pieces and everything that's hidden within them. It's very fun. If you're the kind of person like me who's obsessed over collectibles and games like the gold skulltulas, the music, I don't know, stuff like that, there's also an option from the main menu where you can go and you can look at everything that you've collected or heard or seen, and it's great. So to quickly recap, Hyrule Warriors is the best ever, and I'm so excited that I got the chance to play it early, and I cannot wait until it comes out for the rest of you to play it as well. The game officially comes out on the 26th. I will hopefully be in Nintendo World in New York City for that launch. They open at 8 AM and they do have a limited number of the special editions with the scarf to sell. Which, by the way, if you have any interest in seeing where this came from, along with all of the other goodies from the Zelda Treasure Box set, I'll put a link right here. You can go watch that video. And in the meantime, I'm going to get back to getting through as much of this game as possible. I will also be streaming one level, a brief, probably 20-minute stream on my Twitch channel. Not sure about the details as for when yet, but I will definitely be posting them within the next few days on my Facebook. So if you don't already like my Facebook page, make sure you go and visit it, because the stream is going to be mega fun. Let me know down below if you are planning on getting Hyrule Warriors or not, and what you think about it. Is your hype level a little bit just up a tiny notch after seeing what I have, or is it stuff you've already seen and I'm boring you to tears? Love you! Let me tell you guys, being Nintendo fangirl has its perks.